All right, old school NBA fans, self-researched, NBA facts. Got another video for you. As always, thanks to anybody who watches my videos, subscribes to my channel. I really appreciate it. In this video here, which I find extremely interesting, I got a whole list of all-time great players. They all accomplished winning Defensive Player of the Year, MVP, all defensive teams in their 30s. There's one name you won't find on here. Let's see who it is. These are the guys, basically, that are my top 25 that have won MVPs, Defensive Player of the Year, all defense in their 30s, because it's tougher to do. Everybody's prime is, more than likely in your 20s, just how it is. So let's start with David Robinson. David Robinson was first team all defense in 1996 at the age of 30. He was second team all defense in 1998 at the age of 32. So he made two all defenses in his 30s. How about Kevin Garnett? KG did pretty good. He won Defensive Player of the Year in the 2008 season at 31 years old. And when I'm doing the ages here, I'm talking about you have to start the season at 30. I mean, I don't care if you're 29 years and 11 and a half months old. That will not count. You've got to be 30 for the entirety of the season, or it does not count. So in 2007, Kevin Garnett was second team all defense at the age of 30. In 08, he obviously was first team all defense with the Defensive Player of the Year at 31 years old. In 2009, first team all defense at 32 years old. And then in 2011, at 34 years old, first team all defense. And then his last season, he was second team all defense in 2012 at 35 years old. And I just mean his last season of making all defenses. So this guy's all the way up into his mid-30s, making multiple all defenses. So it's not like this is something that's unheard of.
Karl Malone, 1996-97, NBA Most Valuable Player.
Karl Malone. Karl Malone won the MVP in 1997 at 34 years old. He also won the MVP in 1999 at 36 years old. He was named first team all defense 1997, 1998, and 1999, 34 to 36 years old. Jerry West. Jerry West didn't have the opportunity to make all defensive teams before 1969. That's when it first came out. Well, Jerry West in 1969 at the age of 30 was second team all defense. The next year in 1970, 71, 72, 73, first team all defense in every one of those years from the age of 31 to 34 years old. These guys are still great two-way players into their early and mid-30s. Something that needs to be taken into consideration somewhere along the line. How about Dr. J? Dr. J won an MVP in his age 30 to 31 season. His birthday was in February of 1950, so obviously he would have started the season at about 30 years and 8 months old in the 1980-81 season. MVP winner. Even Shaquille O'Neal made a second team all defense in 2002-2003 season. His birthday was in March. He played the whole season at 30 to turn 31 during the season. In the 02-03 season, second team all defense. Can you believe that? Even Shaq made it. Tim Duncan, obviously he's going to have a plethora of them. In 2007, he was 30. He was first team. In 08, first team at 31 years old. In 09 and 10, he was 32 and 33. He made second team all defense. In 2013, at the age of 36, he made second team. And in 2015, at the age of 38, he made second team all defense. Pretty impressive. Then you got this guy.
Olajuwon is the defensive player of the year. Olajuwon with a spectacular move.
Congratulations, the 1994 NBA Most Valuable Player.
MVP and Defensive Player of the Year in the same season. 1993-94 season at the age of 30 and 31 years old. He obviously made first team all defense in 94, but he also made second team all defense in 1996 and 97 at 30. He was 32 turning 33 during the 96 season, then 33 turning 34 in the 97 season. So again, here's these guys up in their mid-30s. And I know, evolution and what is it? All the players are just so much more advanced now. Okay, well then answer me this then. Why did Wilt Chamberlain in 1967 and 68 back-to-back win MVPs at 30 and 31 years old? He made the first team all-defensive team in 1972 and 1973 at 35 and 36 years old, period. Not buying the evolution thing. It's called load managing. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. In 1980, he won the MVP at the age of 32 years old. He made an all-defensive team, second team in 1978 at the age of 30. In 79, 80, and 81, all three first team all-defense at the age of 31 to 33. 79 to 81, first team. And then in 1984, he made a second team all-defense at the age of 36. Still, these guys are making all-defensive teams in their mid-30s. How about Kobe Bryant? Kobe Bryant made all-defensive team in 2009, 10, 11, first team, age 30 to 32 years old. In 2012, Kobe makes a second team all-defense at the age of 33. Again, now this guy was crippled with injuries, no getting around it, but even still, 33 years old, still making all defenses. You got to give him some kind of credit for that. How about Magic Johnson? Now his career was cut, unbelievably short, and I believe he would have had another MVP up his sleeve. I just think he would have. His last MVP was in 1990, 30 years old for the whole season. Another guy in his 30s winning an MVP. And he only played one more year after that. In 1991, he was runner-up to the MVP. Then he came back in 92 and won the All-Star Game MVP after a, year and a half layoff, whatever it was. Or I guess it was 6 months. And then in the summer, he goes and is the starting point guard for the Dream Team and leads them to a gold medal. So it's pretty safe to say, especially when you look at what the guy did in 1996, coming off the bench as a power forward, getting you like 15, 8, and 8 in 20, 25 minutes a game. Pretty obvious to say that Magic was still going to be one of the 3 or 4 best players in the NBA, bar none, in that period, had he not gotten sick. Bill Russell, his last MVP, 1965. 31 years old in that season. There's another guy right there. And then, of course, you got this guy.
Quite simply, to present Michael Jordan with his 5th NBA Most Valuable Player trophy. Congratulations are always in order, but may I say on behalf of everyone this evening, thank you.
So Jordan actually won the MVP in 1996, 32, 33 years old, okay? 2 years later, he wins the MVP again in 1998 at the age of 34 and 35 years old. All right? He was first team all defense 96, 97, 98, and that covers his age 32 to 35 years old. Still making first team all defense, a two-way player, an MVP level player in his mid-30s. And then we got this guy, LeBron James. LeBron James's last MVP was in 2013. That was 12 years ago, at the age of 27 and 28 years old. His last all-defense was a second team in 2014 when he was 28. He started the season at 28, turned 29 during the season. That's it. Over a decade for both. So when you guys talk about longevity, you're just talking about points and all-stars and seasons played and he's got rebounds, but you're not talking about MVPs at the highest level. This guy didn't have that kind of longevity, or being a two-way player for that long. He didn't have that kind of longevity. No. All that stuff happened in a tight little window. All right, you need to understand that. His MVPs and all defenses was from 09 to 14. All of it was in that period. That's it. Everything outside of that, I mean, sure, he played some good basketball, no doubt about it, but he wasn't a great two-way player anymore, and he wasn't playing at an MVP level. I know there was a couple seasons people thought that maybe he should have got it or whatever, but I mean, come on. The media is in this guy's pocket. Are you kidding me? I heard Kendrick Perkins say last week that LeBron James deserves the MVP this year. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. He has had the media in his pocket for 2 decades now, and still he can't get the votes to get a second team all defense or win one MVP in the last 12 seasons. Give me a break. This guy does not have the same kind of longevity like those other all-time greats that I just named off. Sure, he played up until he was 40, longer than most of these guys did. Absolutely. But the way he did it, playing one side of the ball, missing games, I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it isn't the same thing at all. You know, most people would rather see a player play their absolute maximum ability and then just burn out at like 34, 35, 36 years old naturally. Like, hey, man, I laid it all out on the court. I gave everything I had. That's just not this guy, okay? Not him. And he didn't do that. He wanted to prolong it, to get a scoring record, trying to rack up cheap championships along the way. Just the way he did it, there's just nothing inspirational about it. You know what I mean? Like, I never understood what people see in LeBron James that he's worth defending. You know, the way he flops, blames his teammate, gobbles all credit, and takes no blame. He cheats. You know, he's always elbowing people, switching pivot feet. And I know he can get away with it. Why not do it? Sure. But I'm just saying, like, things like integrity and all that, he just doesn't have it. And, you know, I would never have followed a guy like this. You know, if I was a kid coming up, no way. You know, my childhood hero was Walter Payton, a man who had integrity. Another guy was Bruce Lee. These are people worthy of, you know, our respect and our admiration. You know, this guy's just not. But anyway, if you guys love him, have at it. Enjoy. I just think you guys have cheap idols and heroes nowadays. And the longevity thing, to me, it's a laugher. Because, yeah, he's got points. He's playing. He's averaging 25 points a game in year 22. That's great. The guy can't even grab one second team all defense, you know, in his mid-30s. No, couldn't do it, huh? Yeah, I find that interesting. Even Shaq grabbed one in his 30s. So, anyway, that's all I got for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, please hit the like button. If you wouldn't mind sharing the video, that would be great. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. I try to give daily content. And that's it. Until next time.